All right, welcome back and thanks for tuning in to another video. So I've been asked how to eliminate POA in your lawn. So I'm going to show you how I've been eliminating POA in my lawn this spring and go over the two methods. So stay tuned and let's go over that right now. I have two options in front of you here, two chemical options by two different brands. So first one here I'm going to talk about is the Roundup. Now, when I did my lawn renovation back here, I used this 50% Roundup Super Concentrate, knocked out this whole backyard, replanted my seeds, everything was good to go. This is going to be your strongest ingredient, active ingredient. It's 50%. It comes in different strengths at Roundup with the glyphosate. It comes at 10, I think 15, 41, and 50. I got the 50% out of a big box store a while ago. I'm not sure if the big box stores are still carrying glyphosate anymore because I know it went through some legal issues with Roundup, but you can still find it, I think, at Tractor Supply. Amazon still carries their version of glyphosate. So if you want glyphosate, you will have to go and probably go to Tractor Supply, or even your local store, local shops might carry glyphosate. But I know the big box stores, I think they went away from it. I think they went with a different active ingredient, but it's still a weed and grass killer. So if you don't want to go and use Roundup, that's perfectly fine. This is your second option. I used this one earlier in the season. Now this one is by Spectracide, weed and grass killer. It uses a total different ingredient. It's like Dactyl dibromine or something like that. But it will do the same thing as the glyphosate Roundup. But this one is less abrasive. It's a little less in active ingredient. So you might need 2 or 3 treatments to actually kill off those pesky weeds, but it will get the job done and it will wipe out everything. It'll wipe out your good grass, anything green it touches. You just might need a few more sprays. So this is your ready to spray mix. All you got to do, plug your siphon straw inside the top here, shake up your product, start spraying. Has a little trigger spray here, and you just start spraying just like that. It has the fan tip and it has a stream tip. Now with this glyphosate super concentrate, you're gonna need a little hand can. Now when I use this type of stuff, I separate the hand cans. I don't use my good sprayers. I use a little cheap cheesy sprayer because sometimes it leaves a little residue inside this little straw here where you're spraying. And if you don't wipe it out or clean it out that good, if you use your good sprayer once again for like a fertilizer application and you didn't get it all out, you'll be spraying your lawn and burning it off with the little leftover residue. So I separate. I use a little cheap cheesy thing like this. This is a little Home Depot 1 gallon sprayer, and I'll mix up my mix. So these are the two chemical options when you want to kill off POA or any other pesky weeds. I'm telling you, it'll wipe out anything. This one, you're just going to need a few more applications. This one will probably most likely get everything done in one application. Now with this one, you're going to mix in your concentrate. It comes with a little measuring cup here right on top, and you're just mixing a little bit of the mix. And also I'm using a little bit of Dawn as a surfactant, so it helps stick on the actual weed plant and strip off that waxy coating, so for a better kill. You can also take this, unscrew the top here, and pour a little surfactant inside this bottle too. That's a little trick, a little pro tip, and make this one more efficient also. So those are the two chemical ways at handling your POA or any pesky weeds that you want to get rid of. But remember, it will kill your grass too, so be careful, or plants and flowers, so just be careful. Now this second option is the manual way. You see this little shovel right here, little pointed tip shovel. This is how I was handling a lot of the POA. I was just going ahead digging it right out, because when you use the chemicals, you're going to have to let them sit for at least 2 to 3 days before you can actually go back and replant some grass seed. I know Roundup says you can kill it, once you spray it down, you can go ahead and replant grass seeds 3 days after spraying. So during that process, you'll be seeing that actual spot of weeds dying out, but you can go ahead and start breaking up the soil underneath it and planting your grass seeds, and everything will be fine. But at the same time, like I said, the weeds will be dying out, the stuff that you sprayed. Now, some people always say, do I need to remove the weeds after I sprayed it and it's killing and it's starting to wilt over and die? You can go ahead and remove it if you want to, but long as you rake it up, break up the soil, get good seed to soil contact, those weeds will wilt over and kind of shrivel up and die off, and then your grass will grow through. And as you're mowing, you'll be mowing that dead weeds out anyway. But when you're using the shovel method here that I'm going to show you at my spot that I'm going to show you about digging it out, you're going to be able to replant, repair the spot and replant everything the same day. So those are your two methods. If you want to wait 3 days, you can use your chemical. If you want to get down and dirty and actually use the shovel and replant the same day, you can do it right now. Now my temperatures in May, we are, what today is, May 18th. So it's May 18th. My temps for the rest of the week, we're up and down. You see, as you can see here, we've got some 70-degree days, 60-degree days, 50-degree days. I'm in the Northeast, so the weather is kind of spotty right now. So I'm still able to actually repair and seed and get good germination before summer hits. So let's go over to the area right now. Now we're at the part of the lawn that actually needs to be repaired. I'm going to show you the chemical way and I'm going to show you the manual way. This is what I've been doing all season long. Now, if you did absolutely nothing, POA will die off in the summer heat because it can't stand the heat. As temperatures get really hot, POA will die off, but it's not completely dead. It's basically going dormant because as the temperatures start to cool down, late summer, early fall, that's when POA starts to regenerate and start to regerminate. So the way to knock out POA is to put down your pre-emergent in the fall. Now, the reason why I got a lot of POA this season is because I didn't get my fall application pre-emergent down early enough. So a lot of it slipped through the cracks, it started germinating, and that's why I have a problem now. So I was coming out, digging out a lot of it and manually repairing it with some soil. Now, I sprayed a little bit. I showed you earlier that you can kill it off with a weed and grass killer, but if you're racing against time, this is the best way to do it. So let's go ahead and dig this part out right now. So when you're digging it out, you want to make sure you're getting the root. You want to make sure you're getting everything, because if you don't get the root, it's going to come back. So as you can see here, get underneath it, boom. That's how you want to do it. Now just be careful with weed seeds and stuff like that, because it will go ahead and actually fall in other areas and start creating more POA and more problems. So this is the way to do it. Just get yourself a little shovel, anything. You can use the shovel that you already have. And you could just get rid of it. Make sure you get the root, just like that, everything. I know POA could be an eyesore. I know I was tired of looking at it. Normally, I would have a little few spots in the lawn and I wouldn't worry about it too much. But this year, a lot of spots was popping up and I just didn't like it. So I have some time. As you can see, my weather forecast wasn't bad. So I was coming out, getting rid of a lot of these POA spots early. So my lawn probably wouldn't be ready this season by Memorial Day. Normally my lawn is like in tip-top shape by Memorial Day, but this year I'm probably behind. I'll definitely be ready by summertime, but not Memorial Day. And you just want to make sure, even if you have to go around and take some of the good grass with it, just to eliminate the problem. But this is going to be your best way and your quickest way to get rid of it. And I want to make sure I get the whole thing, the whole root. Now looking at my soil here, that's some good soil. That's from all the Stay Green, humic acid, sea kelp. It's good stuff. So I think that's good. Maybe if I take that area too. So now this area is ready to be prepped again. So now you're going to use a little topsoil, because you don't want to just throw your seed down on this right now, because then you'll have a little dip in the lawn. So now you want to basically throw down some topsoil to kind of even it out, because then you'll start mowing your grass and you'll come over here, dip down, come back up. Now look at this. As you dig and start digging in your soil, look at that. That grub is still alive. I don't even think I came back this way with the grub killer. So, but there's 2 grubs here. So when you think you grub free, you start digging, you'll find stuff. Get rid of those 2. I didn't really come back here with the grub killer plus the other day to the back of the lawn, because I knew I wanted to actually show this little process here. So I didn't come back here, but I'll come back here. I got some left over and I'll throw it down. So now this is your basic topsoil. This is some Walmart cheap topsoil here. Now you have to be careful when you use these cheap soils like this, or matter of fact, any type of soil. A lot of them carry weed seeds. So when you're putting down and blending in topsoil, make sure you have some kind of tenacity, or the Scott's Built for Seed, the one I showed you if you've been here a while, that blue bag, that's going to help your grass seed germinate while fighting off the weeds also, because you don't want to get rid of a problem and create another problem using, you know, some other topsoil. Now if you get clean screened topsoil, that's fine, but most people don't. This is the options that we get from the big box stores. So this is what we got to work with. Now, like I said, this is just some cheap Walmart soil. Doesn't look too bad, but it will grow your grass seed. So just want to break it up, even it out. Even it out as best as you can. Now you see, this is the cheap soil, but it don't look too bad. It looks pretty good. Almost look like kind of like manure. Just even out as best as you can. You don't have to be perfect, but you just don't want that dip. All right, so there you have it. Now that's a little patch fix. Now it's ready for you to throw your seeds down, cover it up, and start watering. All right, so now I got my grass seed here, and this is all I'm gonna do now. This area is patch fixed, eliminated that POA. Throw down some seed. And you're pretty much all set. You can kind of rake it in. Now, my handy dandy garden tool here, garden cultivator, garden weasel. You can do this just like that. And as you can see, this area is definitely ready to be repaired. It's fixed already. So now you're just going to keep watering for about 2 weeks. You'll get some excellent germination. Normally I'll throw some peat moss on top of this area right here. I'll do that, but I don't got the peat moss right now. I got to go get it out the shed. But I'll throw that peat moss, cover it up, and now it saves me from having to water all the time. And as you can see, the temperatures are still cool, but you throw that peat moss right on top. It's going to help retain moisture, and it's going to save your seeds from getting eaten by the birds. That's a major plus. So that area is ready to be prepared. Well, that area is already fixed. Now you have this area right here. This is some POA. I cut it down. It doesn't have the seed heads on there, but I cut them off. But you can see the light green. That's POA. It won't go away no matter what you do. So now this is the chemical way of getting rid of it. Now, as you can see, the area that I fixed, that area is ready to go. This area is going to be 3 days before it actually gets killed off. And then you come out, as this is shriveling up, you'll take the little weasel, a shovel, anything of that nature, break this area up, throw your seeds down, and water. So while that POA is dying, your new seeds will be trying to germinate. So you don't really have to worry about taking the grass out, but if you want to, you can. Now, this is the chemical way of doing it. You're gonna make sure you wet the area completely. And now you're gonna get some overspray when you're using this thing. So you're gonna kill off your good grass also, like I said. So you gotta be careful. But this is the chemical way of doing it. And now that area is ready. About 3 days, I can come back out, break it up, throw my seeds down, all set. This is an area in the lawn that I fixed 8 days ago. I dug it out the same way I showed you, digging out that spot, adding topsoil down, throwing your seed down, and I threw peat moss on as a covering. This is how it's gonna look. Now, you see the new seedlings coming in. They're white and pinkish, like that reddish tint. That's because I put the tenacity down. Like I said, you wanna make sure you're using some type of tenacity. If you don't have the liquid tenacity, use the Scott's Built for Seed. It's a black and blue bag. It's the same ingredient, but it's a granular form. It'll do the same thing. That's how you know it's working when it comes in this color like this, that pinkish white tint. That's, basically new seedlings are germinating. That tenacity is working and stripping the plant of its color, but it's holding off the actual weed seeds from germinating also. So you're getting good grass to grow only. This is gonna be a good area. This is how it's supposed to look. This was 8 days ago. You're gonna water it twice a day for the next 2 weeks until it's actually ready to cut. And sometimes you might get away with watering once, one good time, because that peat moss is gonna hold water, like I said, and it's gonna add some nutrients in there and help the seedlings germinate also. So this is just a demonstration I wanted to show you 8 days ago. This is the results. This is what to expect when you do it yourself like this. I hope you guys can see a good, nice close-up. This is how it's gonna look. Now, see, I had some overspray. This is fine. You see the white, stripping the chlorophyll off the actual grass itself, but the grass will recover. Oh, look, got a little weed in here also. And you can just pull that out. Pull it out by the root, you're good to go. So that was done 8 days ago. This spot also was done 8 days ago, removing that POA. So this is what you're gonna expect. When you manually remove it, that's how it's supposed to look. So I hope that helped you out in any way. So I hope this video helped you out in any way. Hope it gave you some knowledge. If it did, please like the video, subscribe to the channel. This is what to expect. You still have some time if you're in the Northeast to eliminate some of them hard to kill weeds in your lawn. 2 ways. You got the chemical way, and then you have the manually removal way. The manual removal way is going to be quicker, so you can go ahead and start planting your grass seed right away. But the chemical way is also a great option too. Like I said, you don't have to worry about removing it, removing the dead weeds. Once you use the chemical, it's going to shrivel up. You can plant your seeds down and then start mowing, and you'll mow it right out. So hope you guys helped you out in any way. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you again for the next video. So take care and stay tuned.